What's going on? This is going to be a video of the unboxing of the Xbox Series X and a quick comparison of some technical specs between the Xbox One X and Xbox Series X. And as you see, I even got my Insomniac Sunset Overdrive edition. You know, loyal guy had Day 1 edition as well. Long story short, these consoles are very hard to get still. Some of it's due to the supply chain, some of it's because of chip shortage. The reality is they are pushing people to go on cloud gaming via Game Pass. Now, if you're trying to debate, do I want a One X or a Series X, because the Xbox One S does not have a 4K playable drive if you want it for movies. The reality is the Series X actually is more powerful for the One X. It won't be able to handle 120 frames per second or 120 hertz. It ain't gonna be able to upscale to 8K like the Series X can. But really the best deal, if you don't want the 4K, is an S if you do not have a 4K TV that can do 120 hertz. Again, that's for if you really want the true power of it. But between the One X and the Series X, you have 12 teraflops versus 6 teraflops, 16 gigs of RAM, 12 gigs of RAM, and you can really look up, online, all your different benchmarks and reviews and comparisons. But I just wanted to kind of put that out there because there's a lot of confusion on these consoles, and Microsoft, I think, in one side of it was kind of messed up with branding it a specific way, because I think they actually were just trying to get rid of the units. They didn't want to force people to go on cloud, and they didn't want to make the same mistake with the format war of saying, hey, we're all digital, and people wanted 4K and going back to HD and all that, format war going all the way back to Sega. So without further ado, I'm just going to start unboxing it. So, and as you see, it's literally the original one because I do not have the Infinite Edition, but it is the original skin. As we all know, it got delayed, which was the wise thing to do, and really only benefited them to push the cloud and Game Pass services, which of course works even on the original Xbox One. So now, okay. My apologies, this is actually really heavy. This brick. Definitely got some weight to it. Pull this. As you all know, what their campaign was about powering your dreams. Of course, they tag it with that. And as you can hear, it absolutely has weight to it. Let me pull this out. And again, my apologies. Bear with me with the spacing of everything. Let me move this. I don't want to knock over the sheet. But as you know, pretty basic packaging. I will give them props on the foam, to be all honest with you. This is the bottom, so I actually opened it up upside down. By now, everyone knows how many USB ports are available. Have an expansion spot for your memory, 1 terabyte internal. You have your little green. In all honesty, the fan is right on top. I don't know if you'll be able to see within it, but that's the fan. And now we will move on to the peripherals. Shut that. Actually, so I'll put that right there. That right there. Don't mind the fur on my arm. I am not on a rug unboxing. Of course, you don't want to ESD shock it and potentially damage the board. controller should be in here. Also, of course, the HDMI's both. Again, this this is the power cord, but HDMI 3.1, this could handle 120 hertz. And it could even go to 8K. So what else you get in here? You have your regulatory guard, all the compliance, regulatory, ULCE, all that wonderful certifications for your safety. And now, one thing that I really wish Microsoft would do, and it's something that Sony's done, is they actually give rechargeable packs with their controllers. Unlike Microsoft, they still do not. They just give you a pack of AA's that are non-rechargeable, which they really should just give you a freaking rechargeable, especially with this whole renewable stuff. Controller in comparison is really nice. You still got your grips. It's very similar to the original one, which I like, right? They're making it so everything is universal, which is what Microsoft did in the beginning, which was very wise. You can still customize your controls and all that. You can still use the rechargeable packs. They're on the Xbox One X. They will work on this as well. The minor differences, besides your grips, is these are a lot smaller, and you got a share button now that's embedded into the controller, so you don't got to go to the X and go through the menu. This has quick resume, so you could have about 4 games going on and go back and forth really with like 2 seconds of loading time due to their SSD. So that is it. As you see, it's really basic. You got a power cord, HDMI cord. I really wish they would have gave you more storage. I mean, $400 for an expansion is ridiculous. I will just use my Seagate. I have a 4 terabyte passport external. But that is it, guys. And again, it's actually very small. I don't know if you've seen them yet, or if you have a friend who has one, or just go to a Best Buy and look at the demo case. They probably have it on display with all the guts out of it. The difference between the two is with the guts, it is very heavy, but it's not as big as what you would think it would be. Actually, is, you know, very small in comparison to length. So that is all. Happy holidays. Feel free to follow, subscribe, and stay safe.